Hey there, it's Leslie at Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and let's make some reindeer ornament cookies today. But before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I teach cookie decorating classes too. They're online and they're a lot of fun, so check those out. The link's in the description. But for today, let's decorate this adorable reindeer ornament cookie. It's a cookie cutter from Sinful Cutters, so grab that cutter and make some cookies and decorate along with me. So I traced my image onto my cookie using a projector, but you could also use the paper piecing method, and I'll leave a link to that and all of the products I used in the description. And I'm just starting with a 15-second royal icing, and I am outlining a little design on this ornament ball. Then I'm just going to flood that in and use my scribe to settle the icing down. And once I finish smoothing out the white icing, I'm going to immediately grab my green icing and pipe an outline and flood in the ball of the ornament. This is a wet on wet effect, and the two colors, the green and the white, will blend together and become one solid color, one solid surface, I guess you should say, so that there is no area of separation between where the white stops and the green starts. And then I'm going to immediately grab my white icing again and make a few dots in the green icing. And if I was patient, my white dots really should settle down into that green icing on their own, but I'm just going to gently tap up and down on them to get them to settle down a little faster. And then I'm going to set this cookie aside to dry for at least 15 minutes. Then I'll come back in and I'll flood the inside of his ears with a light tan icing, and I'll start to pipe in his legs. And after I get done filling in all of the legs, I'll come back in with my scribe and make sure that I get the icing all the way down to the cookie and shape it as I need to and pop any air bubbles. And I also filled in his little tail, and let's pipe the antlers as well. So using my darker brown icing, I'm going to touch down and lift up my piping bag and slowly follow along the line that I already drew, dropping my icing down at the end and then turning around and coming back so I have a double layer. Touch down, lift up your piping bag, go along the curve, touch down and come back. And then make two little lines as well coming off of the antlers. And then with the lighter brown icing, go ahead and flood the outside part of the reindeer's ears and then set the cookie back aside to dry until it crusts over, which for me is about 15 minutes. And now that the cookie has dried for a little bit, I'm going to come back in with my darker brown icing and make the hoofs on each one of his legs. And then I'll use my scribe to settle the icing down and to shape it into the hoof shape that I would like it to be. Sometimes with royal icing and a piping bag, it's really hard to get it to be precisely where you want it, so using a scribe really helps move the icing around. And once you're finished with the hooves, go ahead and pipe in his face. And as always, using your scribe to settle the icing down and to pop any air bubbles. And then I decided to make some holly on this ornament. I kind of wish that I hadn't because the ornament is cute just the way it was. But if you wanted to make holly, here's how I did it. So I just took my piping bag and outlined a little holly shape and then flooded that in. And then I'm using my scribe to pop any air bubbles and to further shape that holly leaf. And I'm going to make two more holly leaves. And then I'm going to set this cookie aside to dry again. And now that it's had time to dry, I'm going to come back in and give Rudolph a big red nose and use my scribe to settle that icing down. And I want to also give it a little highlight. So I'm just going to take my white icing, touch down, and draw a little line in the wet red icing, and then I'll let it settle down right into that icing, and it'll be smooth for a wet on wet effect. I gave my Rudolph a couple of eyes, and I'm just using my scribe to settle down the peaks. And then I decided he needed a little bit of hair at the top, so I'm just kind of putting a triangle up here. And then I set him aside to dry for about 15 minutes. I came back, and I had an air bubble that popped in his nose. So this is how I'm going to fix it. So I just filled the hole with some of the red icing and then just put a squiggle around, and then I'm just going to paint it on the nose because I don't want it to be much thicker than the nose already is. And I'll take some sprinkles and just cover that right up. This is a quick and easy way to cover a crater, which really works in this instance, and he's just as cute with the red sparkly nose. And then I'm going to come back in and layer in some red holly dots. I'm going to have to let them dry in between because my icing is a flood consistency rather than a stiff consistency. So I'll make a few dots and set it aside to dry, and then come back in and layer on a couple more dots and set it aside to dry again until I have it looking the way I want it. And this little guy is done. I think this is an adorable cutter, so be sure to go to Sinful Cutters and check out her selection. And it's easily changeable to other animals, so be sure to check out the other videos in this series. And if you enjoy cookie decorating, please hit that like and subscribe button. I have new tutorials almost every day, and I'd really appreciate your support. See you next time. Bye.